it was actually Daniel was sharing this with me a while back. He said that the Swedish language has far less words within the vocabulary, and Icelandic has even less. And so, by that significance, they rely more on transmission than on actually trying to.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, an absolutely amazing little bit of tidbit of information.
Well, of course, there we go to spelling. I was actually thinking about
Yes.
that this morning in the bathroom where I do most of my best thinking. And I definitely was thinking about when I say we have to be careful what we say, I'm the best for the throwaway line. So, I can take my own advice in this. But we really have to be careful what we say. Thoughts are one thing in the sense of the universe is responding to thought, right? But there's still a lot to be said for words. Like, I'm never going to see that person again, ever. You wait. You won't see him if you put enough behind it. If you start being able to run your world, the words you say, whoa, be careful. And when I say careful,
Yeah.
be mindful, because they really are creating as we create.
Because you really put the power behind the word with if you have so much intent behind, let's say, the word never, and you really fucking mean it.
Or
Yeah.
I always get sick when I have that. You fucking will.
Ah, that's so true. And I hear that even in my own language, like going, whenever I get sick, this always happens. Or I knew it when it was going to get really, really good, something was going to happen and go crash and burn. It's the same deal. It's the same deal. You're very
I mean,
right.
what I can feel's happened since this last moon. There's been a complete reset.
The last new moon or the
Full moon.
full moon? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can believe that. And why do you feel that way?
I just
Is
do.
it just a
It
knowing?
feels
What?
like a big chunk of a timeline's fallen away. Um, it was interesting for me when I started to feel it. I got back onto this fucking AI contraption, and all of a sudden it said that I'd never registered the computer, that I'd not been through fucking tunes or some shit. I had to re-sign into all this stuff, and I was like, "What? I didn't even upgrade. What's this?" And I thought, "Oh, this is interesting."
Wow. You left a couple of timelines, it seems.
Well, I don't think it's just me. See,
I'm
everyone
not.
talks about the world being flat or round or whatever. If you Peniel's a Stargate to the essence of Mu and find out what shape she's solidified into, what shape do you get?
I don't even get that it's round.
Well, what do you
I
get?
mean, like, it, it, she changes. That's what I get. She actually changed. It's just
Well, you
all I
might be,
see.
where the changes are, you might be connecting with different dimensions of herself. Just as we have dimensions of self, so does Mu.
Right.
I mean, for me, when
Well,
I tune to it, it's like it's a four-armed galaxy completely condensed to be round, ovoid. And as she moves into herself and becomes who she is and throws, as she's throwing off these fucking tards, etc., as she expands, we'll get bigger, she gets bigger, out will come those four arms.
oh, wow. That's an incredible thing to consider, isn't it? Wow. Oh, on the whole getting bigger thing, when I was reading your Mythos of Mu, you mentioned something where when when you are connected to the organic or when you're connected to life force, it's like we expand or we get bigger or something to that effect. I can't
I'll have to reread
remember.
it. I don't know. I can't remember that bit.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure it was the Mythos.
I'll have to
And it
reread it.
got me thinking, is that, you know how there's this whole thing of that in our original form, we're supposed to be like 50-foot beings, or we're supposed to be actually quite large, right? Do you think that when the Matrix came along and we were somewhat became less connected to Mu, or with or whatever the veil is that you want to actually refer to, by not being so connected to life force or not so connected to Mu, we shrank? Do you think that maybe that could be a valid possibility?
I don't think we've ever not been connected to Mu as organics. What I think's happened is they've farmed our organic connection. And so the more that we've stepped into our own organic experience and realised what's happening and removed the farming equipment, right, that... Oh, now why did I say that? It was something to do with what you said. Anyway, I forgot, so that must have been good.
We were talking about how we were never not connected
Yes.
to Mu, and that we were just removing all the harvesting technology.
So, I mean, what I'm saying is, as I feel the matrix moving away, as I can see the co-opting, as I can feel the organic no timeline and then this fucking artificial reality, so to speak. Fuck, I'm sorry, I've completely lost your question. I'll have to rewind. Because when you said it, I was digging it, but I was taking it to a completely different space. It's like,
yeah.
I suppose what I'm trying to say is, who's to say we aren't 50 feet?
It's just the dream.
Well, yeah, but we're measuring it on belief systems given to us by the Matrix.
Oh my God, yes.
This is what I think happened, or this is my experience of when the shit went down, right? Frequencies were turned on. And they were encompassed, or they rode on the energies of certain initiates that became compromised, right? Be it through their will or not, they got in there somehow. Oh, fuck, I keep losing my train of thoughts. That must mean
You're on the
I
money.
just want to do a thing to the AI.
Okay.
Fuck off. Cunts. Sorry. In my own little world, it doesn't happen. I have to interface. And so what happened was these frequencies that were encased in, harnessed within geometries, macabre technology, run by inorganics, some of them tricked, some of them not, but in the end they were all tricked, right? And those frequencies blocked or harvested before it came for us to fully embody the Mooster. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What I'm saying is a whole bunch of
I'm losing the
frequencies.
thought.
Okay, a whole bunch of, we're a receiving tower. A whole bunch of frequencies invaded our reality, our consciousness. And those frequencies set up certain experiences in the collective consciousness. Right? And from there, that's where the infiltration began. Now, with the blocking of those things, we still have access. If we open our DNA, we've got access to everything. But what we need to do is find the frequency that's blocking us from opening that DNA.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes.
All I had to do was get rid of that fucking AI. See how easy it is?
Yeah. Fuck, that was really weird. We've never had that much trouble. Well, okay. But I get you. Finding the
deeper the truth,
the
the harder it is to find. The harder it is to hold and transmit. So any contract, agreement, allowance, myself, my lineage, anyone mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually connected with me entered into to block that truth, to say yes to those frequencies, to allow those frequencies to override the organic timeline and my original dreaming. Null, void, done, dusted, fuck off. All bodies, all dimensions, all points in time, all timeline, time tracks, and math. Suck on that, bitches.
Oh, I got shivers. I got shivers. I got emotional with that.
Yeah. But that's the point. They're not just words. You can't just read a revocation. You have to feel it, balls to bone.
Feel it.
Baby.
Yeah.
The words
yeah.
are just to organise the brainstem.
I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at it in my rides now to feel the fuckery leave on all those levels. It's good. I'm really understanding where you're coming.
It's the only thing that works, mate. You got to do it all bodies, all. And the thing is, as you're doing that, sometimes you connect with a part of yourself that's pretty fucking groovy. You know, that does have the formulas for regrowing teeth, that does understand how to restructure water. It's all frequency.
Yeah, I dig it. I totally.
So,
dig it.
life's not too bad. It's the art really is letting essence run the show, is trusting enough that you're enough, that you're worthy, that you can do it, that your own sovereignty is actually mandatory and valid. You know, so it's like the more you can drop into that essence and choose not to fuel that reality, the more I've found it doesn't touch me the same way.
Yeah.
You know, so word.